Hey there, it's Mr. Pletch here. I thought I would just do a video update based on the schedule for the June return to school. It is quite complex. We just learned about it today, so I'm going to tell you everything I know. I'm going to show you the schedule and hopefully walk you through an example so you can see what one student's day one or week one schedule will look like, and you can try to do your own. But first, I'll just clarify some things about the June return to school. So quick updates just in general. Even though you can still go back into in-person school, your marks can still not go down. So that's a really positive thing. That's what we found out about online learning, that your marks can't go down. It's still that way regardless. Just so you know, your report cards are due June 19th. So your teachers, you'll have a chance to see all your teachers only once in person before marks are due. So if you're below 50% and you're really struggling and you want to talk to them in person, you have basically one chance to do that. Of course, you can talk to them online. I can work with you through everything as well, but just so you are aware of that deadline. Your attendance in class is optional. So if you're not comfortable coming, if you don't really see a point, if you're happy online learning, whatever it is, it's okay. Stay home. It's totally up to you if you want to come to school. Yeah, it's your choice. You won't get marked absent. It won't affect you in any way. The classes should be for support only. We did get a confirmation on this. So there shouldn't, in theory, be new lessons, but rather your teachers will be there to help you answer questions, get support on work, maybe go over their online lesson. So the online learning should still be present if you choose not to come, and it will still be the focus. So the assignments and notes should be delivered as normal, like as you're getting used to with your teachers, but the schedule is going to have to change. So what that means is if you have teachers with live meetings, well, they might not do live meetings anymore because we're now at school for 8:30 to 12:50 at the minimum. So these live meetings may not be scheduled at the right time. Teachers may not do them anymore, but the online learning assignments and notes will still be there. Ask your teacher, they'll update you. Every class will be a little different, but as I said, the classes are for support only if you come into school. There should not be new lessons. You never know if a teacher wants to do something random, like for my skills classes, maybe we'll do a rat dissection if we're bored, but yeah, we'll see. The other thing to note is common areas are closed. So the cafeteria, computer labs, library, staff room. I have no idea where I'm going to go when I'm not in my classrooms, but they're all closed. So hanging out in the hallways, we're trying to police that. People will be trying to police that. So not a lot besides going into the classroom. So the schedule. So how will you know when you are allowed into the school? Originally, the thing was that every student can go one day, 20%, but it is different now. Most students will have the opportunity to go 4 times a week, but for maximum 1 hour a day, so one class a day, and that is going to be a different schedule based on every single person and every single day. So the first thing I will go over, week 1, so when we start in school back in June 1st, this whole week is going to be only day 1 classes. So no day 2 classes will be held on that first week. The second week is all day 2 classes. Week 3 is day 1 classes again. So as I said, you get to see your teacher a maximum of twice, every class twice, maximum. So we're going to look at this first week just because we don't want to overwhelm ourselves. And I'll walk through an example of a student, what their schedule would be like based on what they're currently taking. But first, quick things to note about these classes. You'll get to attend each class twice. And each block or each class is a maximum of 1 hour. So if you go to your Bio 11 class in 1-1, it's a 1 hour window only. Typically, I didn't see any students with more than 1 class a day. Teachers will only be teaching 2 a day, but students should have 1 class a day. Some days they will have none. And the idea is that they want students to not be late and stay there the entire hour. They did ask if teachers will, after the class, walk the students out to kind of minimize people hanging out and running around the schools and to keep social distancing there. So if you come, please plan to stay for that full hour for social distancing reasons. It just helps out a lot. Every class, so I like to say the class is 1-1, 1-2, 1-3, 1-4, and that's what this schedule uses. You may know them as A, B, C, D. So 1-1 being A, 1-2 being B, 1-3 being C, 1-4 being D. They're going to split each class in half. So we can have maximum 50% of people in the classroom and a maximum of 20% of students in the building. So for example, my Bio 11 1-1 class, it will be split in half into 1-1A and 1-1B. So if you're in the first half of the class list, so say you have a last name like Adams, Adamson, Carter, chances are you're going to be in 1-1A. And if you have a last name in the second half, such as like Zhang, so with a Z, starting with a Z, chances are you'll be in 1-1B. The admin did ask us to do this for all classes. You never know when a teacher might change that, but in theory, it should be always split by last name. Here's where it gets a little confusing. There are 5 different times each class can be. We can't have all 1-1 classes in the school at the same time, even if it's half capacity. That would put us well over social distancing and our guidelines. So every class is going to be split into 2, but those classes have 5 different times to be at. So that's why everyone's schedule is going to be probably quite different. So let's take a look at what I mean. So I chose an example student. The student's name is L-C, so his surname, his last name is C. So he would be in the first half, so he would be, chances are, in 1-1A because his last name is C. This student is a grade 9 student, and his day 1 classes, his 1-1 block is Math 9 with Miss E. Lau. His 1-2 block is Science 9 with Miss Cito. His 1-3 block is Socials 9 with Mr. McCackey. And his 1-4 block is Gym 9 with Miss Wong. So 1-1 once again would be A, 1-2 would be B, 1-3 would be C, 1-4 would be D, if you're more comfortable with that. So let's take a look. If his first class in 1-1 is Math 9 with Miss Evelyn Lau, I look at the week 1 Monday schedule. So this is what teachers have. They will probably prepare something and send out to guardians and everything in the near future. But this is what we have access to. So since his last name is C, he'll be in 1-1A. Now 1-1A can happen on Monday from 8:30 to 3:30, on Monday from 9:40 to 10:40, on Monday at 10:50 to 11:50. Now the 1-Bs can happen here or here, but we're looking at the 1-1As. So we know it's going to be on Monday, but which time? So that's when you have to look for your teacher. So we're going to look for Lau. So 8:30 to 9:30, no Lau. Let's go up to the next one, 9:40 to 10:40, 1-1A. Evelyn Lau. So E. Lau, Math 9, so we know that's the class. So this student would attend Monday, 9:40 to 10:40 for his Math 9 class only. So he would come, go to math, and then leave and go home. So 1 hour maximum. So let's check out Science 9. So we see that on Monday there's no 1-2 classes, so he's not coming back on Monday. We move to Tuesday, 1-2, and once again he would be in the A half because his last name is C. So 1-2, I'm going to look for the last name Cito. No Cito. 1-2, I'm going to look for the last name Cito. No Cito. So I move up to the next one. And this one where it says 1-2A, 1-2B, it just means it can be either group, depending on where the first one falls. So I go down, I see, Cito, Science 9, 1-2A. So Science 9 for this student would be Tuesday at 12 to 12:50. Then they go. Now next one, I see this is a Wednesday. I'm looking for my 1-3 A's for Mr. McCackey. They start here on Wednesday because we already got 1-2 on a Tuesday. So McCackey, no McCackey. Go on to the next one. There he is. So McCackey, socials 9, 1-3A, 12 to 12:50. This student would attend socials 9 if they choose Wednesday at 12 to 12:50 with Mr. McCackey. And the last one, Thursday. So we're looking for 1-4A. We've already got his 1-3, so we don't have to look at these. His 1-4A. So we're looking for Miss Wong. So Miss Wong isn't in this first class. So this student actually has nothing on Thursday. So they're not coming to school Thursday. There's no opportunity for them to come that day. Let's go to Friday then. We're still on 1-4A. And I'm going to go down. Oh, there's Wong, and PE 9 is Friday, 9:40 to 10:40. And so with that, in that week 1, this student has the opportunity to attend each class once a week for 1 hour. They are asked to not stay in the hallways and around, like in the school after that time. And so let's just take a breakdown of what that schedule would look like. Monday, June 1st, their Math 9, they can come into school for this time. Tuesday, June 2nd, their Science 9 from this time. Wednesday, June 3rd, their Socials from this time. And Friday, that's their PE 9. You can, of course, pick and choose. So if you think I really need math support, come to the math one. But if you think you're A plus 100% at science, you're happy doing it online at home, whatever, you may not choose to go to that one. Remember, attendance is optional. Now, I'm going to post this PowerPoint with the week 1 schedules as they were given today. The one thing I'm going to remind you, if you do look at this, use this to tentatively plan that week 1, so that first week back, next week. But please do wait to hear from your individual teachers about the time. As I said, teachers are encouraged to divide their class by last name into the A and B, but you never know where you might fall. So you might think, oh, my last name is Evans. That's pretty close to the front of the alphabet. I must be in 1-1A, but you just never know. Maybe you are towards the back of that particular class list. So I would suggest using this to kind of get an idea of what your schedules look like, get your head around how it's working, but then wait for each teacher to kind of give you that time. With this information and what your teachers give you, I think it'll be a lot more manageable. So I'm trying to get ahead of all the other teachers because they might not start contacting you until Thursday or Friday, but I want you to get this information as fast as possible so you can at least start planning that, oh, I'm not just going to school one full day like we initially thought. It's 1 hour, 4 times a week, and that can be from starting 8:30 or it can be as late coming in as 12. It can be all over. Questions? Before I get to questions, I'll just look at my 2 skills classes. So skills 2-3. This isn't till week 2, but I thought I would just jump ahead. We would meet Thursday on the 11th, 8:30 to 9:30, and 10:50 to 11:50. Our skills classes are small enough. We don't have to worry. We can social distance safety. So I am not splitting them into A and B. You can come to both, neither, or one. So if you think I really need help, but 8:30 is way too early, you can come to that 10:50 to 11:51 on the 11th in that day 2, week 2. And skills 2, it's just on the Friday, either 9:40 to 10:40 or 12 to 12:50. If you're a student who's not quite at 50% and you really think in-class instruction can really, really help, I would suggest coming into both, and we can get as much online learning done as we can. In a 2-hour window in person, I'm sure we can get 2 or 3 math assignments done, for example, and submitted together. So please use this opportunity if you are less than 50%, because I will sit with you, social distancing, of course, and we will get as much done as we can. And that's kind of the last chance before report cards are due. With that said, I know you have probably lots of questions and concerns. So if you want to hear more, we're having a Friday check-in meeting. So just for the attendance, if I don't hear from you during the week, the 2-4 class, we have it at 1. I'll schedule it so you see it again. The 2-3 class, it's at 1:30. So you can drop in, get any updates. So if things have changed, help reading your schedule, concerns, whatever it may be. You can also send me a private message on your private channel. So you all have your channel set up with just me. You can send me questions. We can do a video conference anytime, or I can just answer over the chat, or during your regular scheduled tutorial time. So mostly I do meet one-on-one or one-on-two on the meetings. You can ask there and I can help you work your schedule. But please do wait till you hear from all your teachers. Use this information to build a tentative schedule, get your head around what it's going to look like. It shouldn't change, but you just never know with that A, B, where your last name might be. But yeah, that's it from me. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out in any of those ways. And I look forward to seeing some of you in person soon. Take care.